Hi everyone, my name is Akorede Adenike. You are highly welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time of you coming to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell for you to be notified each time I upload new video. If you are my old subscribers, I really appreciate you for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much. In this tutorial today, I would like to teach you how to cut and sew this beautiful standing sleeve with pony effect. Now let's get into it. I'm going to draft my sleeve before cutting it on the fabric. Here is the pattern paper I'm using for my sleeve today. Make sure you get enough paper for your own. I folded it into two like this. So I'm going to measure out from the folded edge. I'm going to measure out 4 inches. If you look at the sleeve very well, you are going to notice some pleats on the shoulder. So I'm measuring 4 inches for that. If you like, you can make use of 5 inches, 3 inches, depends on how fuller you want your pleatings to be. I'm measuring it on the other side for me to connect it straight. So I'm going to connect it now with the help of my ruler. After connecting it, I'm going to measure out half of my round armhole from this line, which is 8.5, because my round armhole is 17 inches. So the remaining 1 inch will be my seam allowance. So I have exactly 9.5 inches here now. So from here now, I'm going to measure out my cap's height. To get that is my bust circumference divided by 12 plus ½ inch. So I'm going to connect it straight now. After connecting from this edge, I'm going to measure out the length of my sleeve, which is 12 inches. Plus 1 inch seam allowance. So I'm connecting both points now to form a straight line separately. Now after connecting both lines, I'm going to place half of my round armhole on this line, which is 8.5. So I'm connecting it slantly to meet this point now, just like this. So I'm going to find the middle of this slanting line. To get that, I'm folding my tape measure for me to get it easily, the middle of it. So after which I'm going to measure ½ inch from this point outward like this. So I'm going to take my ruler now, the curved side of my ruler, to connect it for me to draw out my back armhole. So I'm going to place it again for me to draw out my front armhole. I have a video on how to draft basic sleeve. I'm going to put the link in the box below. So I will now cut out my pattern now. So I'm cutting the back armhole first. I'm going to open it up for me to cut out my front armhole. After cutting out my front armhole, I'm going to fold it again and notch where the 4 inches is from the folded edge. I'm notching here too. Here is my pattern now, and here is the fabric I'm using for it. I have doll face satin fabric here. I'll now fold it and place my pattern and cut it out. I'm done cutting my sleeve. As you can see, before removing my paper, I'm going to chalk where that 4 inches is before notching. So I'm going to notch it out now. I'll easily fold it and notch it out. So I'm going to notch the center too, just like this. So here is my sleeve now. I have 2 colors here of the satin fabric, one for lining and one for main sleeve. I've cut out my interfacing too. I have paper gum stay, which is of medium weight here. If you like, you can use the hardest one of the stay. I'm picking this one as my lining. I'll go ahead and place the gum side of my paper gum stay. I'm using both for the lining. I'll go ahead to my ironing table now and gum it to heat. Gum both interfacing to my lining. Now I'm done gumming my interfacing to my lining. I make sure I trimmed 1/2 inch on the upper and the down part of my sleeve, and both sides I trimmed 1 inch. So I'm making a ruling here, straight line on the interfacing, not on the fabric, please. And make it so light. Do not let it stain the fabric. So from this line now, I'm going to measure 4 inches upward for the second line. I'm doing the same thing. Make a light ruling there, please. Do not let it stain the fabric. Those lines, I'm going to place my regulaine boning on it and stitch. After making the ruling, I'm going to take my regulaine boning and place it on it like this. Stitch both sides of my regulaine boning. I'm placing it on the second side, on the second line, sorry. Stitch both sides of my regulaine boning. Now I'm done stitching my boning to the lining, as you can see. But note, do not stitch your boning like this. Make sure you turn it upside down for it to give you the effect you are looking forward to. Do not stitch like this. Stitch upside down like this. As you can see, it's giving me the effect I need. So I'm going to place the main fabric on it like this, the main sleeve, and stitch both sides and the bottom with 1/2 inch. I'm done stitching my main sleeve to the lining, as you can see. So I'll go ahead to turn it to the right side, but note, do not let the stitching touch the boning, please. So I'm done turning it to the right side, as you can see. I'm going to drag the main sleeve and top stitch. Let it align on each other, please, before you top stitch. Now I'm done top stitching. As you can see, it's very neat and beautiful. So I'll go ahead and fold it like this for me to stitch my side seam. Do not let the stitching touch the boning. That is the rule of it. And make sure you pleat from the first notching to the second notching to form the pleat that is on the shoulder. But make sure you get the circumference you are looking forward to. As you can see, I'm done stitching it, both the side seam and the pleat on the shoulder, and I'm turning it to the right side. Here is the right side of it, very neat and beautiful. Here is the inside of it. As you can see, it's very neat and beautiful. So guys, if you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to support my channel. If you have any question pertaining to cutting and sewing, you can join me on my Facebook group, Details to Sewing, created by Akorede Adenike. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Akorede Adenike. Please show some love by liking and following my page on Facebook at Akorede Adenike Sewing Tutorial. Till I see you in my next video, guys. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye bye.